So I'm just gonna talk. I'm just gonna talk. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is just gonna be me chatting again, because the last video I chatted, that was something that was downloaded to me and a lot of people said relatable, and I'm like, okay, I need to like follow my instincts when this happens again. And it happened again. This message has been in my mind for about a month now. Yeah, like a month is when I discovered it. No, my birthday. It was around my birthday because I remember talking about it with my cousin during the Sedona trip. Anyway, doesn't matter, does not matter. I'm gonna tell you how I got to this conclusion though of the title that we are manifesting racism. So it first started when I was thinking about how Abdullah was mentoring Neville Goddard. Abdullah was a black man in the 30s/40s teaching a white man, and you know, like being able to teach a white man back then, I don't know, like it made me think, and I'm like, wait, how is that possible? Like, how is that possible that a white man was listening to a black man, not even just a black man, an African man in the 30s? It didn't make sense to me. And then I've just now started to really read law of assumption content. I got a lot of my info from YouTube videos. I was thinking about it. I'm like, wait, a black man was teaching a white man in the 30s. And then I thought about it and I'm like, okay, someone else also said that he would eat and drink. He would do all the things and still have the fittest body ever, even though he's like in his 80s. Someone was saying that in a video recently that I watched. And I was like, hold up. I'm getting a lot of info about Abdullah. And I'm like, okay, this is not making sense in my brain as someone who is black in America. From there, okay, so that put the thought in my mind that like, okay, maybe racism is just a circumstance. So then I looked back on my life. So I grew up in the Northeast. I grew up in New Hampshire for the first 8 years of my life. Also, when I moved to Ohio, which was like the suburbs of Dayton, again, it was like a white area. And so both places were very white areas. Both places I had best friends that were white. And I was looking back on my life and I'm like, you actually like experienced a lot of white people. Did you like notice any microaggressions? And I'm thinking, and I'm like, I don't recall any at all. And so then I'm like, okay, so when did I really start noticing microaggressions? One of the things that I worked on during my self-love journey is my anti-blackness that I didn't realize that I had, where I hated my blackness. I had to go through the journey of loving my blackness, but now I got to a point where I love it so much that I put it in a victim state. Like I put being black in a victim state, like this is a bad thing to be black because it puts you at a disadvantage in life. I hope I'm making sense right now. Please continue listening. I was like, okay, I didn't really start noticing microaggressions from people until I worked on that anti-blackness. So what if I just combine the two? So like me not thinking that racism is a circumstance in my life, but also loving the fact that I'm black. I don't need to put being black into a negative column, because if you think about it, we're putting like, if you're black, you're already at a disadvantage. So it's a circumstance. I'm gonna put anything else in this instance. I'm not getting this job because I'm black. You can also say I'm not getting this job because I don't dress a certain way. So if you are coming to me as a coach and asking me, how am I going to get this job, when you already have deep-rooted beliefs that you're not going to get the job because you're black, I think this is why I have to make this video. At least I don't know if anyone's talked about racism, but I think we need to let it go as a circumstance, if that makes sense. Like I am not discounting anyone that has experienced racism. I'm not. I know it exists. I'm just saying that it doesn't have to affect you, because if we go back to the law, okay, the law is perfect. Just like the law of gravity. The law of gravity doesn't pick and choose who it works for. It works for everybody exactly the same. So the law of assumption is going to work exactly the same for everyone. If you have an assumption because you are black, you aren't going to get a certain thing, you are forever not going to get a certain thing because you're black. The law is perfect. Just like how if you say that I'm not going to get this job because I dress a certain way, you are not going to get the job because you dress a certain way. That's it. Like it's literally that perfect. So if it's that perfect, shouldn't we take out racism from our vocabulary and just be like, no matter what, there's no circumstance that will make me not be able to get this job. I hope I'm making sense. You know, like, I love to jump in during editing me, and I'm sure I jumped in quite a few times already. Basically, what I'm saying is that racism is just a circumstance. If you hear from any other coach on YouTube, circumstances don't matter. This could be the one thing that is stopping you from getting what you want. And it's just the fact that you think that because you're black, you cannot have this thing. You are worthy now. Being black, you are worthy now. No matter what. No matter what country you're in, no matter what the laws are in that country, it doesn't matter because no circumstance matters. This has been really like nagging me to talk about, and I hope I came across not offensive to anyone. I am a black person in America, so I haven't experienced any like terrible racism in my life. It was kind of easier for me to be able to step back and look at it from the outside, but someone who has experienced this might be something that you do need to heal, so then you can move past it so that it's not stopping you from getting everything that you want, because you can have every single thing that you want. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're black. It doesn't matter if you're a woman. It doesn't matter if you're a man. It doesn't matter if you're gay. It doesn't matter if you're trans. It does not matter. You can have it. And I think because we've put all these identifiers on ourselves, we use that as like a circumstance, and it's not a circumstance. You can have it. This was definitely something that I was guided by my spirit guides to talk about, because when I tell y'all, like, for a month now, they've been like, this video, post this video, and I'm like, but racism hopefully like sparked some thoughts about maybe what's stopping you from having your desire. It could just be this one thing that you just don't think you can have it because you are at a disadvantage being black, and you're not. You're not. If anything, say it's an advantage to be black. Like, that's what we should be doing. I know this, oh man. You know, I'm just gonna post it, and the people who are gonna get it will get it. The people who don't will hopefully get it in the future. That's all I'm gonna say. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you would like to learn how to manifest money, I have a workbook down below. And yeah, that is it. I will see you guys in a later one. Bye.